What's going on, guys? Today I'm just gonna show off my Fontaine collection. I've kind of been building up here. Kind of give you kind of a preview of it here. We'll just go ahead and get into it. I'm just gonna do kind of one deck at a time. Kind of just go from there. So Fontaine, you know, they've released a ton of cards now. So this is not every single one that they've released, but quite a few of them. So right here we have the wine edition. I'm gonna try to give you a good look at all these decks here. This is one of 5,000. Then we have, I believe this is the broccoli. It's not written on there, but some of these I might forget the names on, so excuse me if I do. This one also doesn't have how many there are of it, how many editions. We have the Seafoam, so another green one, a little lighter. This is one of 2,500. All my decks are sealed, by the way. We have the slime, once again another green one, just another iteration. Same classic back graphic. The further we go along here, you'll start to see a few more graphics. This is also one of 2,500. We have the watermelon. This is one of 2,500 also. All right. I forget the color of this one. It's like a tangerine looking color. Also, this was where they weren't putting the addition of how many there were. I don't know if this is 5,000 or 2,500. I really don't remember. I also don't remember the color of it. And here's cotton candy. These more fluorescent colors are pretty cool. This is another one of 2,500. Then we have the safety. Another one of 2,500. Another classic back. So there's the start here. So if you just want to see all those different color variations, so these are more of just the solid color variations that they did. Very cool. All right, we're gonna start getting into a little bit more interesting stuff, in my opinion. So we have the Pink Panther collab. I have this one in a more hard clear plastic case here, so that's why it might look a little different. Got the Panther with the Fontaine logo there. Really like that. These are Titan cases, it looks like, by the way. And then this is one of 10,000, as you can see. So that Titan isn't actually on the card box, and you can see the MGM logo, which is pretty cool too. So as you can see, the backs start to change up a little bit, or fronts, whatever you want to call them. Set that there. Oh, what is the name of this one here? Oh, the Rip and Dip. I forget if this is V1 or V2. I don't recall. There's two different ones of these. I don't have both of them. I just have one. I was never a fan of these. I ended up getting it in a trade, which is why I was I ended up with it. But it's cool how they have the actual Fontaine backs on these cards with the cat there. But I'm not that familiar with Rip and Dip. But yeah, still a cool collab. I do like the tab here, how it's the little cat sticking out. I believe they do that design on a few of their like shirts on like the pockets. And then yeah, that's one of 10,000 there. So a little bit different deck, not my favorite. All right, and then we have carrots. I don't recall if this is V1 or V2. I do have both of them. There's also a gilded deck. I do not have that one. But these are just slightly different in color. I'm colorblind, so it's kind of hard for me to tell, but I believe this one's orange and this one's like more red. But if I misspeak on any of this stuff, I do apologize. I just enjoy collecting them, and I think they're very cool. So there's the two Carrot decks side by side. Once again, the gilded deck is very cool, but very expensive if you want to acquire it. Alright, and we have the Good Company. This is a pretty cool deck. I like how they did the little figures. The Joker there. Got the Good Company logo on the bottom. Once again, not a brand I'm super familiar with, but really cool deck nonetheless. Alright, then we got this one, which is Kogan, I believe, is the name of the collab. Pretty wild artwork on these. Yeah, you can see Kogan right there. But yeah, really crazy colors. Really cool deck. It's one of 5,000. You can see it says first edition. And it keeps like the text. Instead, you know, a lot of times they do the actual written text. This is more like handwritten style. So very cool. Halloween. The trick is to stay alive. Everyone is entitled to one good scare. What's it called? The box sets of these, the bricks, are very cool. They play the Halloween theme song, if I remember right, and just a very cool feature of it when you open them up and it plays the music. I think I had one at one point, but I ended up getting rid of it. I try to not collect items that are too big. I like smaller items that I can kind of display well. That's that. We have the Guess Cycling Edition. This one's a little harder to kind of see just because the colors kind of blend together. Maybe it's just for me, but you can see the bicycles in the background there with the green and the red. And then same on the back there. This is one of 5,000. Alright, so I have these in a display case. I'll try to show afterwards, but this is all of them here from that row. I have them kind of in rows here. They're not in order of production though, so just so everyone know. All right, this is Babylon. This deck is one of 10,000. They also did another deck that was like UV. It came with like a black light, and you could shine the black light on it. It showed a different logo. This is not that, but it came in a steel tin. Very cool set. But I'm happy just to have the collab deck, one of 10,000 on the bottom. Matt McCormick, I love the art on this. I think the art is absolutely killer. It's like the pencil style drawing, or whatever you'd want to call it. Very simplistic style. The cowboys, I think, are just very, I don't know, rural. And they have a really nice look to them. Fontaine is very subtle with the color of the box. I don't see an edition on this one for how many there were. So I don't recall either on that one. This is one of the more rare ones. This is the polka dot deck. This is also in a protector here. This is, let's see, it's kind of hard to see, one of 1,500. So, and this was from a different set that they did. It's a really cool looking one. I would love to open this up and actually look at the cards, because I think the polka dot and the coloring is just very classic, but I just have to keep them all sealed. So that's just how it is. All right, then we have this one here. I believe this is Dab's Mila is what it's called. Not familiar with the collab, but once again, really cool coloring, really cool art that they have on here. It doesn't say how many editions are done. That's one thing I wish they would have kept consistent, is at least putting the editions, and then maybe just the name somewhere, the collab, like Fontaine X Dabs Mila. I think it would have just added a little more to some of these that are missing them. And then let's go to this. So this is the Rave deck. This was out of another set that they did, a mystery set. This whole set was very, very cool. I'll show you. I have the full collection of it. So this is one of 2,000. It's a little more rare. And this is the CGI deck. This is one of 4,000. This is slightly more recent at this point in time, but it's just very cool. These decks are very unique in their own ways, so you're gonna really appreciate them. Here's the 1993, which is one of 4,000. Also from the same set. I apologize if you can hear the helicopters flying above me here. But very cool set. And then it's also from the same set, so it comes with this card. So if you look through the card, you can see the logo through there. Oh, there we go. That actually works perfectly. So you can see it's like a detective style. So it has this card that comes with it. It says Top Secret on it. You can see the bottom there. So just very cool. You know, it's like this hidden graphic. You know, very like retro style. I can really appreciate how they did this one. So I always thought this was one of the cooler ones. So we'll go ahead and display. That was off that last row that I just showed. So, you know, very unique. I like when they get away from just doing the plain colors. And, you know, I really enjoy the more collab decks that they do. Alright, and then this is also from that set. This is characters. This is one of 1,000. Pretty rare. I guess this would be the most rare deck that I have. But yeah, very cool. This is like the grail of the deck. The hardest one to get there. The artwork's just very cool and simple. And then we do have one more from that set, which is the Hacker. It's a little hard to see this one. You can see it's just kind of like computer style, like matrixy look to it. So that is that entire set that came out of those mystery packs. I cannot remember the name of this one. Shoot. Well, this is going to be one that goes without a name for the video, but it has a little flap that opens up and it shows more here, but of course I have mine sealed. But yeah, once again, nothing on the bottom. It's like a book is why they did that. But still, I wish they'd at least put the name on it. You know, they don't even have Fontaine on the top here, so it just kind of strays away from, you know, just the repetition that they have for all the other ones. I don't know, I just really like consistency, but either way, a very unique deck, very wild that it's so much different than the other ones. All right, then we have one that is pretty normal. This is the Denim Edition. This is one of 5,000, but you can see it also says Illusion Pack. Well, that's because it also comes with a gaff deck. These were sold as a set. So this is for the same deck. It's just the gaff deck for it. So, you know, it has various cards to do tricks with illusion tricks, magic tricks, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, so one of 5,000. I just thought this was very neat how they did this and just the subtle differences. So you can do different tricks with it, you know. Just very cool. All right, then we're coming up on our last two here, and they're a little similar. So we have our holographic deck, which is pretty wild looking. You can kind of see me there. These were sold as a pre-order, so there's quite a bit of them. There's 15,000. Is one of the pre-orders. It took quite a while for them to come in. And same with this one too. The hollow, what is this, spiral? The spiral holographic. And this was one of 6,000, so actually not as many as the other one, but once again, another pre-order. So yeah, that's kind of the collection here. Let's see if I can kind of get everything in frame here. Maybe if I take the camera out here, I can really show everything off. Yeah, so there's the kind of the stacks. I know we have them in this display here, so it displays really well. So I have 2 more decks, I believe, if I recall right, on order right now. They have a SpongeBob edition that they did. They did a collab with SpongeBob, and then one more was with FTP. FTP is, you know, a longtime friend of Zach's, so it's really cool to see that collab happen, and I'm excited to get that deck in. So that's my full entire Fontaine collection. Appreciate you guys watching. If you serve in the United States Armed Forces, if you're a veteran or retired, I appreciate your service. And thank you for watching and have a nice day.